Hey Helen, how you doing? Yeah, tonight we're just gonna have like a part two of the Shaolin controversy that's happening in China. So I guess it affects the whole martial arts world. Just to let everybody know, I'm streaming on 3 platforms right now. I'm streaming on YouTube. I'm streaming from Kick, and I'm streaming on IG. Oye, Miguel Real, 99. Seguro, manito. Uh, So I'm just going to read from an article that it talks about the guy who's actually the real life counter to Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, or what we know as Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So Kazushi Sakuraba, the Gracie hunter who shook the Jiu-Jitsu world, by Steven Sacoprido Uriarte. In the annals of mixed martial arts, few names echo louder than Kazushi Sakuraba, the Japanese catch wrestler who defied the odds and defeated multiple members of the Gracie family, the royal bloodline of the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. His victories earned him the nickname the Gracie Hunter, a title forged in sweat, pain, and respect. But just as his legend was cemented through the conquest, it would later be tested when members of the Gracie family came back to challenge him once more. The rise of Sakuraba. Kazushi Sakuraba was born on July 14, 1969 in Akita, Japan. A decorated amateur wrestler from Chuo University, Sakuraba entered the world of Japanese pro wrestling before transitioning into the newly emerging sport of mixed martial arts in the mid-1990s. Fighting out of Japan at the time, when the Gracie name was synonymous with MMA dominance, Sakuraba represented the hope of the Japanese fighting spirit, an underdog with dazzling creativity, iron will, and technical mastery. With a catch wrestling base, he will go on to challenge the very foundation of Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. The Gracie Conquest. Number 1. Royler Gracie, Pride 8, November 21st, 1999. Sakuraba's first encounter with a Gracie came against Royler Gracie, a champion in BJJ and one of the most technically skilled members of the family. Sakuraba controlled the match and eventually trapped Royler in a Kimura lock. At 3:01 of round 2, a referee stepped in, awarding Sakuraba the victory. Though Gracie corner protested the stoppage, the win was official. Number 2, Hoist Gracie. Pride Grand Prix 2000 final round, May 1st, 2000. This was no ordinary bout. There was a no time limit, no decision finish only match designed under Gracie rules. What followed was a war of attrition that lasted an astonishing 90 minutes. Sakuraba used relentless leg kicks and positional control to sap Royce's stamina. At the end of the 6th 15-minute round, Royce corner threw in the towel, giving Sakuraba a historic win. He became the first man to defeat Royce Gracie in MMA, breaking the aura of Gracie invincibility that had loomed since UFC 1. Number 3. I'll be back. Number 3, Renzo Gracie, Pride 10, August 27, 2000. Sakuraba met the highly respected Renzo Gracie, known for his well-rounded skills and fierce competitiveness. Sakuraba weathered Renzo's offense and in round 2 caught him in a standing kimura, snapping Renzo's arm. Like a true warrior, Renzo never tapped, but the referee stopped the bout at 9:43 of the second round. Number 4, Ryan Gracie, Pride 12, December 9th, 2000. Sakuraba next faced the unpredictable Ryan Gracie in what turned out to be a gritty, emotional contest. The match saw wild exchanges and fierce ground control by Sakuraba, who earned a unanimous decision victory, improving his Gracie record to 4.0. The Gracie Hunter, a new martial arts archetype. Sakuraba's string of victories against 4 members of the most feared family in martial arts history earned him the now iconic nickname, the Gracie Hunter. He didn't just defeat the Gracies, he challenged the ideology of Jiu-Jitsu supremacy and helped usher in a new era of stylistic diversity in MMA. But the story doesn't end there. The Gracies strike back. Royce Gracie rematch, K1 Dynamite, USA. 7 years later, their legendary first encounter, Royce Gracie returned to avenge his loss. now older and heavier. Both fighters were far removed from their prime. The three-round fight went the distance, with Royce Gracie controlling positions and defending Sakuraba's attacks. The judge awarded Royce Gracie a unanimous decision in victory, evening their rivalry at 1-1. Relic Gracie, May 29, 2010. Dream 14. Continuing the Gracie legacy into a new generation, Relic Gracie, the son of Orion Gracie, stepped into the ring to defend the family name. At Dream 14 in Japan, Relic used calculated jiu-jitsu and positional control to win a unanimous decision over Sakuraba. It was a symbolic moment. The younger Gracie avenged the past and represented the family's enduring legacy in the sport. Okay, so you got defeated by two Gracies. I see. A legacy of courage. Kazushi Sakuraba fought anyone at any time, regardless of size or style. From heavyweights like Wanderlei Silva to the legends of jiu-jitsu, he defined Japanese MMA golden era. His fighting spirit, creativity, and heart made him more than just a Gracie hunter. He was a martial arts icon. In 2017, Sakuraba was inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame in the Pioneer Week, honoring trailblazing influence on the sport. Now he runs a Quintet, a revolutionary grappling team event that continues to showcase the art of submission and honor the spirit of collaboration in martial arts. Record versus the Gracie family. Opponent results. Royler Gracie, Pride 8, 1999, win. Royce Gracie, Pride GP 2000, final one, corner stoppage. Win. Renzo Gracie, Pride 10, 2000, win. Ryan Gracie, Pride 12, 2000, win, decision. Royce Gracie, K1 Dynamite, loss, decision. Relic Gracie, Dream 14, loss, decision. Total, 4 wins, 2 losses. Sakuraba didn't just defeat the Gracies. He helped redefine what was possible in the early days of mixed martial arts. He stood for adaptability, creativity, and bravery in a time when few dared to challenge the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu empire. And yet, when the Gracies fought back, he met them with equal respect and willingness to engage. He remains an important figure in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu history, not because he practiced it, because he tested it, pushed it, and helped evolve. His presence forced innovation and highlighted strength and limitations of every style. In the spirit of true martial arts, victory wasn't the only reward. It was the pursuit of excellence, the courage to fight legends, and the willingness to evolve. So I salute to you, Kazushi. Sakuraba. Okay, te viraste. I see your life as a joke. Look at what's pinned on the screen. So if anybody wants to jump up, have any questions about the martial arts, I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. Pete will come up, and hopefully we will have a special guest. Yeah, so let's talk about, yo, salute to you, Backyard Boogie, 93. All right. As you know, I guess what's coming out of China is that the head abbot was stepped down or forced out by the Chinese government because they said that he had a lot of, that he had 51 mistresses. He was embezzling, I guess, the Shaolin monks' funds. And there's like a whole bunch of other controversies, meaning that certain people might try to go the party line in China. And certain people are saying this is politically motivated. For one, well, what I played yesterday, they said that the Hu Jintao and I guess the Jiang Zemin faction that actually supported the Shaolin Abbot. Like he was doing this for I guess a lot of years. But then when Hu Jintao, I guess, was against that at the time before he became president of China, I guess he was against these people. So now, since I guess he's in power, and the guy didn't have the protection of the Hunan government, now he's arrested for embezzlement, I guess, of Chinese funds, and having a lot of mistresses, 51 to be exact. But yeah, I guess in the tenets of Buddhism, a man is supposed to abstain from worldly life. Meaning that's why the reason I guess in that religion, they cut their hair. So my thing is that anybody who is Buddhist, because I'm not, but anybody who is a martial artist or is actually related or actually know about Shaolin martial arts in general, feel free to chime in because we actually like opinions. This is not a martial art, how should I say, dictatorship. This is a democracy where we actually exchange ideas and make sure that we are a martial art safe space. We're not here to go around and tell you what martial art is better. We let the public decide that. All we're just doing is that we're giving the information. So therefore, anybody can make an educated choice in what martial arts they want to pursue or follow. So far, we have actually interviewed, well, 3 martial arts experts. One from China, the other one from Philadelphia, and another practitioner that actually practiced Wing Chun and another Chinese martial art. And we've actually interviewed a 5th Dan Taekwondo expert. Shout out to Tate. And we interviewed a Dominican martial arts master from San Pedro de Macorís. So hopefully we might actually interview some other martial arts experts as well. Now me, I'm not a martial arts expert, I'm just a student. But my co-host, Senpai Pete, he's actually a 3rd belt, a Renshi, in Seido Karate. And Seido Karate is I guess parent art is Kyokushin. Also, he has a green belt in Taekwondo and a 2nd degree black belt in the marine martial arts. So all our shows is unscripted. We don't have to we don't actually plan any of this. So we just actually do it by spontaneity. So that's what we do.
It's on my feed on Facebook. It looks like that there's a new martial art or old martial arts. Maybe somebody could actually tell me. It's called ball bomb. So I'm gonna check it out. Fair use, fair use. We're gonna actually show what the art ball bomb from Tibet's about. To me, it's something new. So bear with me. And this is what we're actually talking about. Okay. Fair use. Well, fair use. Fair use. Ball bomb. Tibetan martial arts. Ball bomb. So I guess we had to play that again. Wow, that's a badass intro. So let's see what else. Oh, now they're saying that now that ball bomb actually has a fencing technique. So wow, ball bomb John Bao. Interesting. Let's check it out. Fair use, fair use. Fair use, fair use. Nice. Wow, this is nice. Fair use. Something different. Wow. I wish they had. I wish I could interview somebody from this martial art also. Okay. Kind of like Kung Fu. I guess Tibetan style. I wonder if this is what Llama Pie is about.
Hmm.
All right, so I'm back. So, anybody on Instagram or YouTube, do y'all have any questions about the martial arts? We're gonna actually run this for at least maybe 3 or 4 hours. So, you're welcome to ask anything. So tonight it's just a second part of the Shaolin controversy. So tune in. I'm still here, everybody. Okay, that's cool. Wow, I did not know that. I'm just laughing at something that a guy by the name is King for You wrote. So if anybody want to support my Dominican brother, the world of owning, check him out because he's doing good content and everything like that. Dominican and Thailand, so therefore it's an interesting concept. Okay, manzo, ya tú sabes. Oh yeah. For anybody that actually shows up on my lives, I got something for y'all. So, how the Asians they call it a blue jacket, we call it the wrench. So, you got the wrench right now, Gab Star. So that's what we do. Yeah. So basically, I have like 3 segments. I got an open topic that everybody we could talk about everything. And then usually on Wednesdays, we have the martial arts edition. And then on Friday, we have the Historias Urbanas, where we try to talk about the origins of the Dominican urban movement and other Latin urban movements. Because the thing is, though, that why I created Historias Urbanas was I see a lot of the young artists creating the mistakes that the old artists have. So we try to be like a beacon of positivity and everything like that. And try to tell stories from my generation and before. So therefore, the younger generation won't make the same mistakes that the older generation had made. So even though I've been trying to push this Historias Urbanas, but you know what? I'm still going to keep pushing. So hopefully most of the artists could actually get like, okay, what they need to do, how they could actually move forward, etc. Because let's be honest, if anything has shown us about the Diddy case is that half of these record executives are snakes and sharks. So you have to learn how to move along the waters. Make sure that all the songs that you do make
make weight, and you own everything that you make. Oh yeah, of course. Because I'm not in the business of having people argue on my panel, having people disrespect each other and everything like that. If people feel like doing that, you could go to Ratchet channels where you have a whole bunch of racists and other people that don't know how to get along and make an echo chamber. My channel is not like that because we try to put the positive in anything, whether it be the martial arts, whether it be open topic. You know, we're just trying to push it because I'm to the point that in my life, nope, I'm not actually impressed by the stuff of what people on BET anymore. And then the thing is, though, BET and all these other TV networks, they want to push the line that, okay, in order to get ahead, you have to be ratchet, or you have to be like how Cardi B came up. That's the way to actually come up in the industry. And that's not really a model because they're not actually teaching the younger kings and queens how to sign contracts, how to make sure that people that you're around are not stiffing you, making sure that you actually get all that you could get while not being a slave to the entertainment or music industry. They're one and the same. And that's why a lot of these artists that we think are hot are actually throwing their talent away with 360 contracts. And for all my young listeners, if you want to actually make it in the music industry or you're in the business of making money, look at the story of the rap artist Chamillionaire. Chamillionaire did not go the regular route how other artists went. He went up, he invested a lot of money, and he's actually telling people how you could actually make more money without the quote unquote music executives, etc. Because let's be honest, a lot of these guys are willing to snake you for a lot less. And there was something that a Dominican guy who's in the army, he went up and he told me. You think you're going to be an artist, but yet you have a lot of executives that actually study the art of manipulation. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. They actually know how to mess with your mind because they actually have degrees of sociology and everything like that. So when you actually think that you might be doing something good, a person might be playing a secret mind trick on you, you're not even privy to it. So I wish I knew where that guy was at right now because he gave me a lot of good advice in life. So that's all I got to say. Exactly, and I think that everybody else should go the independent route because what? You want to actually get out of the street, so therefore you could be a paid employee, or a bad paid employee at least.
I could actually say I was, but I wasn't. The reason why I say that is because I was trying to go the independent route myself. I'm When somebody actually told me about on okay, oh, you could get signed or anything like that, I was like, no. So I actually made that determination at a young age that I didn't want to be signed. So when I was like, in underground showcases in New York and everything like that, I've met certain people who are actually of other independent artists. For example, shout out to Black Royal. Shout out to a lot of the Dominican artists that actually made their own labels, etc. So therefore, I was not maybe per se in the industry, but I was actually in the underground industry. And the Dominican industry is actually, you have certain people who are actually signed to labels. Like for example, Lapis Consciente, he's actually signed to Sony. Alpha El Jefe, he actually has his own label and everything. So it's actually based out of Miami, Florida. So more and all, you actually see more independent labels within the Dominican industry than in the American music industry. And depending on who you pay or anything like that, you could actually be heard down in the Dominican Republic or in the United States. So with that, it's you might have like a lot of labels, actually doing competition, etc., etc. Okay, y'all could do that. But to me, I actually took a hiatus because tragedy happened in 2013. Lost my mom's, and there was this time that a lot of stuff was going bad for me. So far, it's actually going good. So that's why I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna I might try to put a crack in it again, but I'm just going at it at a different route because there's a lot of money in the Dominican music industry. But the thing is, though, is that now since a lot of people are being corporate, and I'm seeing that a lot of people are actually making the same mistakes. One thing, that's why I have like Historias Urbanas, aside from this. So therefore, we could actually tell the stories of the old industry, what have you. But tonight, we're just talking about tonight. Usually my show's on Wednesdays, but then on Thursdays, I just actually made a special thing because I might have a special guest that's coming. Not my co-host, but maybe somebody, a representative of the Shaolin style, could actually put his input. Maybe one or two. Because, let's be real, I don't know about, I've heard of, stories of what they talk about Shaolin and everything like that is pertinent to Chinese history. But this is actually crazy. The head of Shaolin had 50 mistresses. He's like the he had the Shaolin Temple in Australia and Germany, and then he had mistresses in all over those places. So certain people are saying that why get him now? I guess because Xi Jinping. Well, he's actually starting to get a bad reputation, I guess, in the world or whatever. But you might have certain people who are actually telling horror stories about what's going on. Yeah. But then again, I'm not a Buddhist, but they say that people who are Buddhist are supposed to not participate in worldly things, whether it'll be having a woman, whether it's about getting money or anything like that. I guess that belief is that I guess for the Buddhist monks, they had to shave their head and forget about worldly life. It's even to the point that some of them do not even know what year they are in, so to say. So
They say here in Philadelphia, that's a very bad John to actually happen. But then again, the history of communist China actually have a lot of stuff that is redacted, and anybody who's outside of China would not know, or would not, or the Chinese government will suppress of talking because I guess of people who actually they deem enemies or whatever. I guess they have to keep their secret a secret, just like in the U.S. and or any other Western nation. I mean, I guess it was exposed because I guess for a whole bunch of years they actually been trying to expose the Shaolin Abbott, but I guess he dodged questions like a pro. So I'll actually replay what happened, so anybody could actually get a better understanding of what went on. Yeah, so yeah, fair use, fair use, fair use. Yes, fair use, fair use. Wow. hmm And this guy got arrested by the Chinese government.
This is the abbot of Shaolin Temple, Shi Yongshen. Less about enlightenment, more about endorsements. Nicknamed the CEO monk, he runs Shaolin Temple like it's a Hollywood branded product and a tourist trap. We've seen the world for the kung fu influence that it has provided to Hollywood and also to Hong Kong action films, as well as it might be China's most successful soft power Buddhist precepts. And the temple itself is accused him of sexual misconducts as well. Over the years, she allegedly had 51
$23,000
affair
for a robe?
partners, multiple secret children,
That's more
and a
than
net worth of
a
3 billion yuan,
than a
which is
Prada shirt.
approximately 435 million USD. In one instance,
Wow.
he accepted a custom Buddhist robe priced at 160,000. He also cruised
Fair use, fair use.
around in a gifted 1 million Volkswagen Touareg to a money-making machines, complete with tourism packages,
Wow.
brand deals, and even incense fees. In 2001, he demolished nearby villages just so that he can appeal to UNESCO to make sure the forced demolition can't solve the problem, right? In May this year, around the time that Xi Jinping visited Luoyang, another city in the same province where Shaolin Temple is situated, the authorities had sent in a
China will get
team
it to you,
residing
even
inside
if
the
you get
temple
too
to start the
famous.
investigation. But earlier this year, he had already
Wow.
been placed under house arrest and restricted his movements because of these allegations. It's not about the money, not about the car or the robe, or about the mistresses or 51 of them, but it's about something else. This wasn't about the sins, it was about the power. Just not a monk. Does a monk get to go invest in Australia for a new temple? How about teach and preach about climate change at COP29? Like, pick a niche. Now you might think that, well, Xi Jinping maybe hated this guy so much for flaunting his wealth, considering he's doing anti-corruption, right? Actually, the opposite happened. When all these accusations and allegations were leveled against Shi Yongxin, this was even before Xi Jinping was even in power. Even back then, Shi walked free. Why? Well, the answer is very simple, because someone powerful had his back. In 2015, at the height of Xi Jinping's anti-corruption campaign, Shi was publicly accused of having affairs, having all these lavish private life material possessions, as well as having corruption issues. At the time, the true Shaolin warrior was dodging punches. He didn't answer any of the questions. He simply said these were false allegations. And that was actually it. In 2015, these were discoveries eventually led to nowhere. Or even if they did go into investigations, it was that there was a proper explanation and reasoning for it. Essentially, they ignored it for over a decade, which makes this 2025 arrest so insanely weird, because when someone as untouchable as he was in 2015 to suddenly fall now, well, the shield behind him has been shattered. Someone above has lost power. It's plain and simple. So here's some more of the ridiculous stuff, right? So back in 2011, there was a claim that Xi was trying to hire a prostitute, and he was arrested during the process. And the temple's defense was that he was providing a consecration service to this woman who has lost her footing. In other words, the abbot was providing consecration for this poor girl, blessing her, and he wasn't charging for her any of the services. Yeah, he was blessing an escort, nothing else, no attachments. That same year, he was accused of owning properties in both the United States and also in Germany, and also
he owns properties in the United States. Wow.
Fathered secret children with different girls over, and they all live a very long China. And obviously, none of this led to anywhere. Some of these alleged children of his basically were apparently kids of their, younger brother, of his younger brother, or somebody else. Definitely offered cash rewards for anyone who could find evidence to prove the allegations were true. They were trying to basically put the burden of proof on the public, not on the monk who drives a luxury SUV. So none of this stuck for over a decade, and then suddenly today it changed, because obviously Xi wasn't just a monk; he was a political chess piece that somebody saw was people who have renounced their worldly lives. They shave their heads, they adopt a temple name, they live by the rules of say no intimacy, no worldly material possession or attachments. Some of them, back in the days, actually a lot of them, when they become a monk, they even sever ties with their family completely. Like, they would not recognize their family, even if the parents went to the temple and try to see them, right?
I don't know any monk that drives a monk, so that's crazy to me.
In that sense, it's very different than the monks today who drive Bentleys, Mercedes cultivation. So Shaolin specifically is a victim of this. The actual Buddhist temple, it's not a martial arts institution, right? The class of martial artists that study or that had the Shaolin Kung Fu as this method of martial art used it for physical exercise or for defense of the temple, right? But Obviously, that's been overshadowed by the kung fu movies, the merchandising, etc. Essentially, selling a fake persona to influence, right? Couldn't be me. I only recommend the best products, which is why I really recommend this product for you today. As real as it gets. It is a Korean product called Red Sea Cucumber Gel. It comes in these individual little packets. They taste like blueberry gels, like sour blueberry gel. And these are hand harvested on Jeju Island in South Korea by these female divers called Hanyongs. And what this product does is it contains, unlike the regular, not Red Sea cucumbers, this product contains a lot of saponin and collagen, which is great for recovery, fights against inflammation a lot, right? So that's what it's good at doing. So it's great for boosting your overall health, fight against aging, and also it's good to improve these chronic conditions that you might have. So one of the reviews recently is from a teacher, retired teacher. She suffered from problematic sleep. So she used to wake up a lot, and she also had like these chronic pain in her backs. So after taking this product for a few weeks, she realized that, oh, look, now I can sleep well, and also I don't get as much pain in my back. So this is really great if you're somebody who suffers from these chronic, maybe say a knee pain or leg pain, or something that bothers you a lot. This is a very good product to fight against that. Use code David to get 15% off extra on the website. So click the link in the description and get yours today. So that's the point. Shi essentially has turned religion into product, and he isn't seeking nirvana. He's essentially seeking commercial success. And so to do that in China, you need to work with the CCP. That's what he's done. Before, he also held the role of representative in the National People's Congress. He was the chairman of Hunan's Buddhist Association. He was also the vice chair of the national one. And then a commercial monk. He's fully embedded into the system. China, where there's so many temples and you can go and do worship. Yeah, that's the stuff that they regulate. That's not real religion. Like, this is the stuff that they have these kind of monks or abbots that oversee them. They're a commercial aspect and activity separate from the religious one, right? So if you really wanted to worship the Buddha like as a religion, yeah, that's not allowed in China. But if you want to perform some ancestral rites or to put some incense into worshiping a temple statue, yeah, that's okay. Now, despite the CCP destroying religion in China, the Chinese people have a very high regard in terms of the spiritual aspects, right? Especially given the history and its culture integrating with Buddhism and Taoism, a lot of the values people still commonly know, even exist in a lot of writings as well. One of them is what
Wow. Right.
That's just sad altogether, man, because these are things that aren't supposed to happen, period.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
Not only does it give, a factor in life that you can't trust everything that you see under the sun, but, it really gives people that have been, living this way for many, many years, it really gives them a bad name. None of that was necessary. And now here we are,
Exactly.
dealing with this situation that really shouldn't have been.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
For real.
Wow. Mm.
Oh man, back.
Yeah.
Wow. Political.
2 seconds. Phone call.
Got you.
All right. Well, what you think about it, Gabstar? I mean, shoot. I guess there's some controversy's been going on for I guess maybe since Friday. I mean, I guess since we got news of it, because we're not really privy to all of the news in China.
Well, I mean, before anything, it's I got to make a footnote. It's not even a controversy. This is something that controversy is when there's rumors of something, there's gossip. This is not gossip. This is something that they figured out, and this person is being formally charged. You know what I'm saying? This person is going to be put on fair trial for what happened and occurred. They already took him out of his abbot title, so automatically
Yep.
he's going to be charged like a regular civilian.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the first time in history, or maybe the first time in a long time. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's marking history. But there's always been corruption everywhere and anywhere.
Yeah.
Only God knows how long it took the Shaolin to, purify themselves to be away from these things. And then here comes this one person, with a hidden agenda, and this is the problem. The problem is they're not going to talk about him. They're going to turn around and say that, oh, all of Shaolin is like that, when that's not true.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Shaolin has always been about sacrifice, about being one with the land, not one with the world. There's a difference.
Right.
All right. So, like I said yesterday in yesterday's show, it bothers me profoundly and it saddens me that something that we know to be pure, to be spiritual, to be enlightening, that this one person decided to do something different. You know, we don't want that the world to turn around and say, oh, well, you know, all of them are like that. You know, it is what it is,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. But it's not, it is what it is. It's that person. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say that that person that got caught in corruption, because like I said, these people aren't known for being corrupt. These people are known for not caring about a dime. These people are known for not caring about worldly possessions of any kind. So it's very heartbreaking.
Right.
You don't, it's like saying, we're not even going to start mentioning religions and stuff, but bro, people that live at the altar, people that participate at the altar, that all they know is the good book, that all they know is being in church. How is it that all of a sudden, a few years later, there's corruption like this, and this person's doing this and that, and I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's super crazy.
Yeah, I mean, let's keep it real. I can't really speak on China because I want to go there, but you know, I've heard like a whole bunch of bad stuff. But then again, you know, I guess I'll have to experience it myself. What it is that
That is true, Gapstar. It only does just take one.
yeah.
Oh, my back.
Yo, did you go to the dojo today? Well, Gab,
No,
this
no,
is
no.
Senpai Pete. Oh,
I definitely did not go to the dojo today.
all right.
Had a lot of back pain since yesterday.
Wow.
So I didn't go yesterday, and you know, we did the show. After that, I tried to go to bed, and
Yeah.
you know, the baby is kicking her around like a sandbag. So you know, she's constantly, you know, ooch, ouch, oochie, ouchie. So it's very hard to sleep like that. So I try to make sure that, you know, that she's okay, that she feels comfortable or whatever.
Right, as a man should.
Went to bed at a certain time, not even sure. You know, woke up sore. My back is killing me. So today has just been like that.
Yeah.
Oh wow, man, my back is really tight. Right at the bottom, like right where everything connects at. That's where it feels tight at.
Yeah.
You know, and it's crazy. Like if I start jumping around or start doing some boxing, you know what I'm saying, start getting into flow, like just because I'm moving, you know, the enzymes of my body will start fighting the pain, and then it will slowly start to loosen where I can move and I'm okay. But if I'm not moving because I'm in pain or whatever, and I just stay stiff, I just end up staying stiff. It's just terrible.
Right.
Right. Oh man.
Well,
What form of martial arts
as
do
for
y'all
me,
practice?
all right.
Go ahead, brother. You can answer first.
Me, I'm just a novice in the past one. I practice Taekwondo.
It fuzzed out. It went in and out. I don't think he heard you.
Oh, all right. I was saying that in the past, when I was a young kid, I practiced Taekwondo.
All right, and me at the young age of 5 started practicing Kyokushin and um, Seido Juka. Um, Around maybe 9, 10, 11, I ended up in San Pedro, and to substitute that I wasn't practicing karate, I started practicing Taekwondo in San Pedro for maybe about a year, maybe 2 at most. Um,
Right.
Came back home, and I did what I had to do. I did my black belt crucible for Seido, became a black belt for Seido, and then I started practicing judo and jujitsu to a certain extent. And then whatever I learned in the Marine Corps for 10 years of service. Uh, my disciplines are definitely karate based, but then I have other branches on my tree that include a little bit of kung fu, not dojo taught, um, arnis, eskrima, um, judo, jujitsu, uh, second dan black belt, Marine Corps martial arts. Um, that's basically it for now. I'm uh, I'm currently working with one of my senpais who I'm going to be opening a dojo
Yeah.
with. He's V Jiu-Jitsu, so I'm learning V Jiu-Jitsu with him. Technically, I'm a white belt in V Jiu-Jitsu, but he says I know enough to be a yellow belt, and I honor it. But I like to go through the steps. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that everything's honorable and legit.
Right.
Not at the moment. I broke my back last year, but I have some maybe 8 tournaments that I first placed, and I have altogether I've participated in maybe between 14 and 18 tournaments, and I know 8 out of them I won first place.
Yeah. How you doing, little mean?
Lil Mine,
You
what's
just
going
missed
on,
it. We
bro?
were just talking about the. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yo, shout out to Jay Hodges 209, and shout out to my amiga Nelly. She's a good businesswoman, so check her out on Instagram. Whoa, Nelly.
Shout out to them. Lil Mine, us brother, we good, man. We here.
Yep.
Any other questions, Gabstar? Like martial arts is really. I'm not gonna say it's the extent of all my knowledge because I'm definitely strong biblically and all that other stuff, but you know, I like answering questions. I like investigating and getting things done to a
Yeah.
certain extent.
Yep. Yeah.
And if anything, the panel link is right there, bro. Feel free to jump on the panel and so we could have this full blown conversation.
Exactly. I'm saying just for anybody who's actually seen me on Kick or on IG, I posted the description right there. It's StreamYard and whatever. You can post it on your browser. You could actually hump out on the panel. We're here until I guess whenever we knock out. Or whenever the coffee stuffer runs out for me.
When you say biblically, have you ever preached? I sure have. Sure have. I definitely have my share of sermons that I've given, and all that good stuff. I am a chaplain. I work with school safety, and I try to enforce the good words, law of grace, not the laws of the law, because why did Jesus die on the cross for? But yeah,
right.
Definitely, that's what's going on.
Chase is no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a call. They pick one for you? They pick the doctor. Is that normal? On all the kids' insurance.
On PCPs, yeah, they normally pick them out for you because they go by whatever's closer to you. But that doesn't mean that you have to go with that one obligated.
So you're a firefighter, Gab. All right, salute. You're saying if you have a Baptist background?
No, I have more of a Pentecostal background, being baptized in the Holy Spirit, speaking in tongues, and all that good stuff.
Right.
I don't. Yeah, that's more. That's more what's going on my end.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely have a lot of respect for firefighters. Y'all get trained basically militant, and you guys don't have this personality complex like that you're trying to hurt somebody. Unfortunately, the police department that are being paid to protect us and help us, they want to have this complex and be racist and all this other stuff. That is the wife going through ailments. You hear her.
Got you.
Going through contractions and stuff. So yeah, man, I've never per se ever had a problem with a fire department ever, because honestly, these people are really volunteering to save your family, and that's something that the police department is not worried about. They're worried about filling quota, not getting caught in the stuff that they're doing wrong, and then that's basically it.
Yep.
Fire department doesn't have that agenda. They're there to serve, and warm-heartedly they're willing to help in whatever it is and whatever it takes. So, yeah, one of my former Marine brothers, after retirement, became a firefighter in PA. He's a firefighter out there in PA, and
that's what's up.
Yeah, I'm really proud of him, because it's very hard for servicemen to stop being active, especially when you were very active while in service. So I'm happy that he's doing something, and not letting the four walls destroy his mind. Yeah, some of them don't just forget that they're public servants. Some of them forget that they're literally being paid by taxpayer money, meaning money that they're taking
Right.
away from people that are working and paying taxes.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be like that. That is the truth.
Yep.
Yeah. Any martial arts questions though? Anything that you're interested in the martial arts? Do you have any discipline yourself? Is there anything you're interested in learning, or anything that you're interested in growing in? Because you know what, it's it takes time. Everything takes time and practice. There's a reason why there's a syllabus of belts. White belt, this belt, that belt.
Yeah.
Everything is growing. So even if you just started yesterday in kickboxing, like let's say this guy that we haven't seen in a while, um, from Austria,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Oh, I'm into kickboxing. I've only been doing it for 2 weeks." Okay, well that still means that you're into it. Just keep growing. Don't stop practicing. Don't stop training.
Right.
So that's basically my question. Is there anything you want to grow in, or develop, or learn, or you know that kind of stuff?
What is that, Armando? Open cell.
Oh man, jujitsu.
Oh,
All
so
right.
he just started jujitsu. Okay.
I love jujitsu, man. Jujitsu is great.
Yeah, my
How do
dad,
you?
my dad was a brown belt in jujitsu.
There you go. How do you balance it all? Well, like they say in church, one step at a time, right?
Right.
So, most things that you practice when you go to the dojo, you're there for an hour. So, if you're going from one dojo to another and they're far away from each other, that's a very time consuming. But, if you're just practicing jujitsu and, you just got your foot in and you're getting your body used to it, it might take a while until your martial mind and the martial aspect of visual kicks in and everything
Mm-hmm.
starts becoming common flow. For now, you're just getting your foot in the door and learning what it is to, you know, grapple, hold your balance, learning what it is if someone's trying to pull you to the left, instead of trying to focus to the right so that they don't toss you, you go with the left with them and you end up tossing them.
Right.
You're using your enemy's momentum against themselves, which is something that's spoken about a lot in Aikido. But then again, Aikido got it from exactly that, judo and jiu-jitsu. Or was it that the founder of Aikido was one of the same founders of judo or jiu-jitsu, something like that? There's a whole history behind the grappling systems, and a lot of these systems are family to each other because the masters of these systems knew each other or practiced with each other at one point. So there's a lot of, what we say cultural or family background. Oh man. I hear you. And then you just said you just spoke for 1,000 years, and that's something a lot of people don't understand. You know, your ego or how you feel about yourself or how you feel the determination of how you carry yourself, your ego can easily get hurt at a jiu-jitsu dojo because nobody wants to get slammed, nobody wants to get choked out, nobody wants to tap, nobody wants to submit. So I exactly understand what you're saying, but believe it or not, in jiu-jitsu, the beauty of jiu-jitsu is that you're not really taking L's. Every L that you think you're taking is a W. It's a win because you're learning and earning experience. It's the experience that brings you up through the belt. It's not the learning of the techniques, actually. It's the learning and experience because there's going to come a time that someone's going to try to submit you and let's say an Americana, and because you know how to move or you've been put in that position before, then you understand now that instead of fighting it, you want to go to a different angle where now you're slipping your hand under that person's neck, and with the same arm that they're trying to rip you into an Americana, you grab your own wrist. Now that person's in a chokehold. It's complicated, and they're going to end up tapping out. But you're not going to learn that in one day. You're not going to learn that in 1 week. You're going to learn that from taking those steps and submitting to that Americana at least 5 or 10 times. And now here you go, boom. Now you have something to do. Now you've built a common flow. When it comes to guard and blocking is not as simple as, I put my hand up and I blocked. No, it's not that easy. There's movement in that block. And that block is not just a block. It's also an attack. You're blocking so hard that with the arm that the person's swinging, now that person's arm is numb and they can't swing with that arm anymore. You just won half the battle off of one block. So with jiu-jitsu, I totally get it about the ego. Definitely leave your ego at home when you go to jiu-jitsu because you're there to learn humbly to become a beast later. Then you won't have to be humble no more. But believe it or not, being humble is the best thing you can be when it comes to any martial art. That'll guarantee your growth. It'll guarantee you that you're learning, and you will definitely ascend through the belt so fast. So I send blessings and blessings of patience your way so that you may grow in a faster, accelerated, mindset of what you're doing. Remember to just leave your ego at home and understand that you're there to practice and train until you become the master of that dojo, period. Us.
Yep. Us.
Because no student is a student forever. You're a student till you become a master. Not till you surpass your master. You don't have to surpass them. It doesn't always have to be like that. But you're a student till you become a master. And then you become a master of masters when you've learned to master fully what you've learned. Now, what I'm saying with that is this. A lot of people think that black belt is the extent of it. Black belt is just the beginning of understanding. In other words, it's the being able to practice in full knowledge the basics of the system. All the basics of the system. And that's why the black belts go up after first dan, second, third, fourth, fifth dan. Once you reach Godan, once you've reached Godan, you've become basically what they call an honorary master of the system. Okay? And at any given moment, you can go on from being a senpai to a shion to now a renshi. Renshi means polished teacher. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be the head of the school. Being a renshi, when I was given the honor of being renshi, I'm not even a 5th dan black belt. I'm just a 3rd dan. You know what I'm saying? What we call sandan. I'm a sandan. And I was given the honors to be a renshi only because of what? Many years of practice, the many years of training, the many years of discipline and honing my gift that it's been given to me. So yeah, for sure, man. I bless you in your journey. Jiu-jitsu is a great way to start it, man. And it might be the last thing you ever need. Because honestly, Jiu-jitsu trains in a lot of things that karate people train, which has to do with disarming, one-on-one combat, two-on-one combat, four-on-one combat, knowing when to grapple, when to not grapple, knowing when to. There's going to be times where you're going to have to, what we call acting. You pretend like you don't know nothing. You pretend like you're scared. Your hands are in front of you, showing, oh, look, he doesn't want to do nothing. He doesn't want to hurt nobody. So they're thinking that you're cowarding away behind your hands. And what they don't know is that you're actually putting your hands closer to the target. And as soon as they pass that borderline where you can let it rip, that's what's going to happen. And for jiu-jitsu, the beauty of jiu-jitsu is you don't even have to throw one punch. Keep your hands up, let them get close, grapple, trap, break, toss, fight's over.
Yep.
A lot of people aren't trying to fight after their elbow got shattered, after their wrist got shattered, after they fell on the floor in a complicated way. They're not really trying. And that, just like Lil Mang said earlier, the more experienced you are, the more humble you become. That's for sure. That's for sure. Aikido, practical skill to learn. All right, well, let me tell you like this. Aikido tends to only work on Aikido people. Might seem funny, but it's not. Aikido tends to only work on Aikido people because when you go to an Aikido dojo, you can tell that people are jumping around. You can tell that people are trying to not get a finger broken or wrist broken. So automatically when they're doing a technique, you can tell the person's throwing their body because they don't want to get hurt. If they don't throw their body, bones are going to shatter. So if you practice Aikido to the extent for war, if you're practicing Aikido in a military format, Aikido is very practical. Because Aikido is about your 360. And no one's going to be able to penetrate your 360, you knowing Aikido and or Judo and or Jiu-Jitsu. They're not. They can't violate your 360 because they can't even step in. The moment they even try to get into your wind, they're getting flipped out. Because if they don't flip, they're getting broken. Nobody wants their bones broken.
Yep.
Yeah, anything that's grappling, and I'm talking about Aikido, Jiu-Jitsu, Judo, Sambo, Penat Salat, and it's in one of its branches because there's a form of Penat Salat that's more on grappling than it is more on quick strikes like Kempo.
Yeah, I think that's the Malaysian Salat because there's two Salats. There's Indonesian Salat. And then there's Malaysian Salat. So it's hard to actually find a practitioner of Malaysian Salat in the United States. I'm just saying.
Even Muay Thai has grappling, but it's not spoken about because it's not supposed to be something that you're practicing to master. It's just something that you're practicing just in case you need it. But if you're striking your enemy, you have no need to grapple because you're already striking your enemy. Your enemy's done for, because the worst thing an opponent can have is someone that's already strong on their flow and they're flowing. If they're flowing, they're not going to stop flowing.
Yep.
So my job as a martial artist, if we engage in battle, my job is to not let you build your common flow, interrupt your flow. Or you're coming with a straight punch, wonderful. I'm gonna 45-degree dodge shift to the left, and that punch is all the way going over there that way, and your whole neck is exposed. I'm not going to chop you. I'm not going to punch you in your neck, but I'm going to put you in a chokehold. And if you still want to fight after that, I'm just going to start pressing my head on my hand that's sitting on the back of your head until you go to sleep. It's no more fight. That way I don't necessarily hurt you, and that way you necessarily didn't get to hurt me either.
Right.
in the case of what Lil Wayne just said right now, at my dojo, once you reach brown belt, is when they start giving you supplemental stuff. Because not all karate systems have grappling incorporated. All right. Masoyama wanted grappling incorporated into Kyokushin because there are times in a fight where you need to be able to trap somebody's hands so that they don't punch you or elbow you from close. But then why just trap them when you can then toss them? So this is why at brown belt, they start giving you a curriculum of a mix of what's judo and jiu-jitsu so that you know your way around close quarter combat. Because karate is more for mid-range and long-range combat. You know what I'm saying? Karate is to be able to defend and protect your 360 without getting hurt.
Right.
Yeah, man. Like in Jiu-Jitsu, what Senpai tells me, Victor tells me that, you know, in his dojo, they teach you Taekwondo first, and at brown belt is when they start getting serious with the Jiu-Jitsu aspect of what the system is, and they also start teaching you what the Arnis is about, which is the stick fighting, Kali Eskrima. Okay, so, but it strikes me as funny because in karate, all of the katas that you're practicing from white belt to brown belt, they all translate into a weapon. They all translate from empty hand to weapon in a matter of seconds. So the beauty of the jiu-jitsu part is that technically jiu-jitsu is the art of combat for the samurai if he loses his sword.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I mean, on a basic level.
Yeah.
You know, so it makes no sense. Like, let's say, no disrespect to Brazilian jiu-jitsu, it has its own forte. But when it comes to Brazilian jiu-jitsu, it wouldn't work on a Japanese battlefield. Because samurai armor is not light. It's not no light Kevlar or, you know, no, it's not no light nothing. It's very heavy, scaly armor. So we don't want to, why would you want to fight from the ground so that you can't get up? You know, it's crazy. That's why training is important. You know what I'm saying? If you're putting on heavy armor, you need to be able to train with that heavy armor of getting off the ground as fast as possible. So, you know, that's not going to work for Brazilian jiu-jitsu, you know, at all.
Yep.
So everything has its forte. You know, I criticize not, you know, the efficiency of Brazilian jiu-jitsu, because let me tell you something. Nothing scares your average opponent as them knowing that you know how to fight on the ground. I don't know why that scares people, like if the fight needs to go to the ground anyway. But for some reason, people see that you're ready to fight and that you're like very low, and all of a sudden they don't want nothing to do with it. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. More questions, guys. More questions. More questions. Exercises to focus on to prevent injury. We do a lot of stretching for obviously the nerves, stretching for the joints, stretching for, you know, because obviously that's what's going to help you prevent injury. You know, knowing how to stretch, knowing how to fall. You know, these are things that are very convenient for a jiu-jitsu, you know, Judeka is what we call it.
I
Judeka
thought it was
practitioners.
Judeka. I actually thought it was judoka. I'm just saying. That's what I heard the term.
Judoka would be more like saying it with an English accent,
All right, got you.
like how people say Yamaha when it's Yamaha.
Right.
Hey, look at that nice Yamaha. You mean,
Right.
oh, look at that Kawasaki. You mean Kawasaki. So yeah, it's pronunciations. People can get lost in that.
Mhm.
Pronunciations are important, but they're not as important as the true aspect of training and getting things, honing your skill.
Yeah.
But as far as exercises, if I could just be practical, you know, like I said, stretching, your normal stretching is very important, to the extent where if you're going to practice for an hour, make sure that you stretch for at least 10, 15 minutes. Stretch your arms up to the side, stretch your legs, what I'm saying, stretch your knees, stretch your back. You want to make sure that your body is limber so that if you have to fall, you train how to fall as well. There is a way of falling that, you know, less injury involved. So all these things, all these little things play a role and a factor. Ooh, wow. Yeah, my back is really tight today, guys. So I apologize if you hear me.
Hey.
If you hear me going you hear me hulking out over here because of the pain. Slowly as possible. If you pick it up too fast, you can cut yourself.
Thank you, man. That means a lot, Gabstar.
Gabstar, take care, man. Have a good night. Blessings, safety to you. Us.
Us.
So you have to tell me, Mom, like you said, you're going to the wash machine today, like you told me, like that amount, fractions, division. Not a problem, because these little ones overpower. Okay, those two are the most. You were the only.
You guys are coming out on the show.
Sorry.
I mean, I figured that the host would have power to mute my mic, but I never saw it till today. I'm like, the host has muted your mic. I'm like, oh snap! I know what that means. That means background. Sheesh.
I didn't mean to do that, bro, but I just I'm just trying to help you out.
Sorry.
That's okay.
It's all good, man. Whew. Yeah, when I got the text, yo, we're live. I'm like, we're live.
Yeah, because it was
We're
like
live on what? I go to YouTube. I go to YouTube and I see Open Topics Martial Arts Edition. I'm like, bro, that was yesterday. What are you doing? Well, I decided to open up for
Nah.
part 2. I'm like, I didn't know nothing about that.
Nah, because the thing was I was actually trying to open up for for this for a seafood friend on you know and from Florida. So your friend and my friend, your friend and our friend could actually talk. So I guess we will have to do that Wednesday because I guess he has a lot on his plate, meaning that he has a stand-up competition and then something tomorrow. So we have to respect that. So
Of
I'm
course.
thinking, so what I'm trying to do, right? My ultimate plan is I'm trying to reach out to a Dominican Shaolin master by the name of Carlos Puntier Jordan. Esaya Ying de la Patria, he's known. And I'm trying to get our Tampa Bay friend also, and your friend. So therefore, we could have, since they're actually, you know, practitioners of the Shaolin martial arts, we could get what their view is. Because I know that the Sifu has trained with actual Shaolin monks. I don't know about the Dominican guy, but I know that your friends trained with Shaolin monks as well. So I wanted to
I hear
actually
you.
see what the American response, the American or Latino response was to this.
I know the difference in training is going to be wherever they're at in whatever part of the world they're at.
Right.
Because I know America does not train as brutal as anywhere else does. Period.
Right.
Period. There's no ifs, whats, or
Mm-hmm.
buts about that.
Right.
Not because they can't, but because there's too many regulations in this country. And people are
Yes.
people are semi weak in this country, and I apologize, and I don't apologize at the same time. You know, we've gotten so used to living the easy life, and you know, not getting a cut or a bruise or anything, and this is why people start practicing karate or jujitsu or whatever. And on the first 2 weeks, they end up quitting because it's like, oh, all I'm doing is getting hurt at the dojo.
Right.
Well, big dummy, you thought that you weren't gonna get hurt, but this hurt is different. It's a conditioning kind of hurt. It's the kind of hurt that you're going through, so that if you end up experiencing it again, it actually doesn't hurt anymore.
Right.
Everything in due time. It's a process. It's a process.
Yes,
I don't know one person that stepped into the dojo one day and then the following day they were a black belt. There's just no such thing.
Mm-mm.
Even if you're one of these 1 in a million that you're born with the talent and skill set, you know what I'm saying? You're not just going to hone and open your martial eye in one day. It's just not going to work that way. It's just like people that start going to church. A lot of people think that they're gonna start hearing God's voice in 1 week that they started going to church. No, you have to hone that.
Right.
It's something you have to practice. You have to practice, first of all, praying, which is talking to God. And then you start practicing silence to the extent where you're waiting for God's voice. There's practices. You don't just go from one day to another being the master. That's never going to happen like that. So everything in due time, just remember to not give up. Don't lose hope. Don't lose faith.
Exactly.
The path, whatever path you're trying to build on, if it's something that's going to do good for you in the long run, then the path is going to be an uphill path. And you're going to feel the strain on your muscles every time you take a step. But that means that it's good, that you're doing good. If you're in a path that's a downhill path and it seems so easy to walk, you're on the wrong path.
Right. Got you.
So I'm going to leave it at that for now. Word.
alcohol. Let go. Let go. I'm figuring it out.
On the other side.
This was here when I took it out. It was in the front, and this is in the back, and this is the other one. Okay.
The screw part was on the back.
Something.
Okay, so then put it back through here then. Then this goes with this on the other end. Catching the run, I really appreciate. Yeah, we definitely saw that comment.
Yep. Yo, Papo Black, mi primo, ¿cómo está usted? Mira, pero tú
Saludo,
sabes, estoy
Papo Black.
activo, primo, ya tú sabes. Sí, mi primo de San Juan.
Chévere.
Chequea unas canciones de él, tú sabes. Sí.
That's what's up. Ooh.
That there's, well, to me, there's a new art that well, I actually showed like the excerpts and everything like that. But I guess it's in Boston and in Europe. It's a Tibetan martial art which is called ball bomb. It kind of actually looks similar to kung fu though.
Okay.
This has a lot.
Yeah. Ooh. Hello, man. You still with us in the comments?
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, I was simply gonna ask to, what belt did he get in his discipline? But yesterday we were talking about, the whole Abbott thing, as well as talking about, different aspects of per se training. Did you get to did you get to see the movie?
Not yet, because it's like whenever me and my wife do something, we actually doing a whole bunch of stuff. So I guess I'll try to make sure that me and her see that movie tomorrow.
Copy.
That's my first thing, and then we could actually have something to talk about.
That's gonna be, trust me, it's gonna be something you're gonna want to talk about after you see it. For real.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna say is fair. Okay.
All right. Yep. So I'm just gonna say fair use, fair use. This is what ball bomb looks like and sounds like. So here it is. Fair
Right.
use, fair use. Okay. It's Bobum.
Welcome
Okay.
to Bobom
I thought it
Fencing.
was
Choose your weapon. This. Yes, I will take it on the airplane.
that was that's a big one.
I'm gonna put it under my seat.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Welcome to Bobom.
So I don't know what I just saw. Was that a huge longsword?
Yes. Yeah.
Very, very, very unpractical. Even the samurai that used those long, long, long swords used to complain about it because it's not. It takes a lot to wield for that. Just learn jujitsu and let the person get close to you and just destroy them. Because you don't. Those kind
Yeah,
of
it's
weapons,
like
bro. Those weapons are so dangerous.
it's like when I see the swords when it's like, anime and everything like that. Mm-hmm.
For real.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Ballbone, sword, espada, Tibetan fencing. Interesting. Let's check this out. Fair
Trying to
use,
out.
fair use, fair use.
Need something to press it with. It's
Wow.
just a little rusty.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. One thing that I guess since this style ball bomb is actually being promoted on Facebook, I wonder if it actually has the same origins as llama pie. Because from what I've read, like in the past about the Southern Chinese martial art of llama pie kung fu, is that it actually has Tibetan origins also. So it just makes me wonder. Also known as the Tibetan white crane style.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the middle of opening up a new PayPal.
All right.
I
Yes, it's
Fatal, what's going on, brother? Long time no see.
Yeah. What up, Fatal?
So now I have a PayPal link for people that you know that want to help with the ministry and send donations to Kings and Priests. So that way,
Right.
there's a PayPal separate for that, and obviously that's going to be under 501c tax exempt.
Mm-hmm.
That way, people sending donations can actually claim that tax cut.
Right.
Mm, cool, cool, Fatal. Definitely check that out in a few.
Yep. Finally, you doing it, Irby. Proud of you, bro. After 500 million years, though. No, I'm just joking.
SpongeBob, 5 years later.
Yeah.
It's all right because I literally opened up Kings and Priests and I haven't gone live once. So
Right.
sometimes it takes 5 years later. As long as you don't ever stop pushing, man, just got to keep moving forward.
Yeah. At first, when I was actually thinking of, even though I've had this channel for at least like maybe 18 years, I wasn't really a serious content creator until like 2 years ago. So, and then when I actually reached 1K, I get hated on with the line which is actually fraudulent, saying that I paid for my subscribers. I'm like, how? I got this out the mud, so people could
Everything,
go around
every,
and throw shade
everything starts with the
whatsoever.
first step, man. Everything starts with the first step. That's all. That's
Exactly.
all there is to it.
Hmm.
Everything starts with the first step.
Yep.
You know, because it's
Exactly.
true. It's true. There are things in life that are hard. That's true. There are things in life that are hard.
Hmm.
But how much harder can it be if you're already giving up on it and you haven't even taken the first step?
Exactly.
Mm. You know how to read, bro. That does not look like.
That's what I'm talking about. It's white. white bottle near his desk.
The bottle is white itself, and it has like a red sticker on it. It says the host. The host has muted my mic. The host muted my microphone again.
Crap.
And the host muted my microphone again.
Sorry. I know. Like, yo.
I'm
Yo,
only seeing the notification. Host has muted your microphone. I'm like, okay. Host has muted. I'm like, really? Again?
Yo, I'm like, to me, I guess I have to work on the laptop to see if it can run faster or something, or I might just have to invest in a new laptop. I'm just counting my options right here. So
I hear you.
You know how it is. Yeah. I heard that Windows 12 is supposed to come out soon, like in October.
Who's talking?
Windows 12.
Oh, Windows 12. Oh Lord. I thought they made a reboot to Look Who's Talking with the talking babies. Remember that movie?
Yeah. That was a funny movie, to tell you the truth, with John Travolta.
Word.
Yep.
I'm remembering when they brought Roseanne into the mix.
Wow.
Look Who's Talking.
Yeah, I know, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, like Roseanne has always been a controversy, but I guess she hasn't been, on
Roseanne,
anything.
man. Roseanne came back hard with that on that rap song with whatever this guy's name is, Tattoo Face.
Yeah, like it was the worst video ever. I ain't gonna front. We did not want to see her butt. I'm sorry.
I didn't want to see none of that.
That was horrifying, and that's the first time I ever.
I have to be a nurse. Let's go.
I don't need to be nursed while I'm on the show. I'm over here getting nursed.
That's the best. That's the best thing.
Thank you.
No, it's him.
What?
It's him. He's pointing to you.
Oh, come on.
Yo, where's Rogie at?
She in the bathroom. She was outside.
She's around here somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know when, but hopefully when I do make a visit to NY, yeah, Rogie, I'm gonna see you. Yeah.
You could stop moving.
Yeah.
The
Well,
only nurse I know that's
you know,
related to Calamity Jane.
15 minutes of fame with the tuxedo cat. So here she is. Oh, you don't want
Tuxedo Cat.
Yep. Mm. Yep.
Ooh, look at that cat. Look at that cat.
Yep.
It's frozen? Oh, it looks frozen.
Well, when the camera was turning off, it looked like it was frozen.
Cutie.
That was her 15 minutes of fame.
Cutie.
That was 15 minutes of fame. There you go. Tuxedo Cat.
Yep.
It froze.
Exactly.
It presented for 2 seconds and then it turned away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I'm like, yo, I don't know. I'm seeing like a whole bunch of videos that are actually coming out of what happened in the Dominican parade, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
You saw a young man that looked like Sherlin Hemsley. I'm talking about haircut wise, getting jumped, and then it was like 20 heads just coming around and jumping him for no reason. I'm like, really? That was uncalled for.
Word. You're welcome. Can you find something else to do that's not just moving around here, around me? I don't. But it's like you're still doing stuff and touching stuff and now it says the host unmuted my mic.
I'm sorry. I just
That's just too funny.
yeah, no.
Yo, stop that. That's funny
Yeah,
though.
we just have to let everybody know this is unscripted. So yeah, we just have to let everybody know it's unscripted out here and everything like that. So we just keep it real.
This is proof that we're unscripted. That's it.
Exactly.
No, none of this is
It's all
pre-planned,
improv.
pre-made, pre-set up, pre-nothing.
Yep.
So that's what's going on. Whew.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go mute for a second. I gotta handle something on WhatsApp.
Oh yeah, of course.
All right. Yeah, one of my friends from elementary school that I've known since 5th grade, my Argentinian friend Chris, he's hitting me up from Peru right now. So that's pretty cool.
Yep. I think one of my cousins in the Dominican Republic went to Peru. I was actually surprised that you actually have to wear a winter jacket out there because of the high elevation.
Oh, that wind, man.
Yep.
Bravo.
Yep.
Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm just chilling. Relaxing. Getting the weather's way too much fun. I'm trying to get back to this. Summer's over there. It's over there. But overall, it's good. I'm good. I'm just chilling. I'm not just struggling with shit. But overall, she's struggling with shit. It's tough. But overall, it's like, I am her. I'm just glad that she's still alive. But how you doing? How's your health? What's your back? How's everything with you?
Yeah, man.
Yep. For Monday, I think when I do like a live, I'm going to actually. A lot of people are actually saying that certain people are, that Xi Jinping, the Chinese president, is actually falling out of favor with his people. So I don't know how true that is.
See, that's controversy because that's
Yep.
that's not 100% factious yet. So that falls into the gossip and all that. That's controversy. The Abbott thing, that was just too real.
Right.
That was, they caught up to him. Terrible.
Yeah.
Some nasty work right there, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For real.
Mm-hmm. Dag. They're doing Shannon Sharp dirty.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
What's going on with the Sharpmeister?
Well, ESPN just fired him. So I
They
guess over
fired
the
him. Why?
lawsuit.
Because of the podcast?
No, I guess because of the lawsuit, his personal situations.
Oh,
Well, I guess I guess he could just run. I guess he could just do his podcast and that's it. I mean,
yeah, his podcast got a nice following.
exactly. So I hope he just have like a new hustle lined up. That's all I got to say because people like, oh, a major um company
Listen,
fired him. I'm like, okay, I can make my own.
that man knows enough people in power and enough people in all types of industries that if he wants to put $2 to invest into something, he'll be fine for the rest of his life.
Exactly.
You know, while it is true that some people have it tough with what's going on, people need to understand that some people don't have it that tough because either they have generational wealth or they have a trust fund or they've come across money before and they weren't dumb enough to spend it all. I'm saying, but there's a lot of people
Right.
out here that we got it tough. We don't have a trust fund. We don't have a this. We don't have a that. So when I
Right.
see people with good jobs complaining how they're not doing this or that, I'd be like, man, you got to thank God for what you have. You at least have a job. I
Right.
wish I could work. I don't like. I've never liked being a dependent of anyone but my Lord. Period. To some
Yep.
people that just seems crazy because, a lot of people live comfortably being lazy, being bummy. That's just not
Yep.
me. That's not my style. I've always been a busybody. Listen, I know how to lay bricks. I'm saying the problem in America is that
Right.
you need to have a title for everything here. You need to have some type of piece of paper that says that you can do this and or do that. But it's
Yeah.
not like
OSHA.
that. Like say in DR. In DR, I have my fair share
Yep.
of houses that I've helped build. You know what I'm saying? I know what it
Right.
is to, mix the concrete, pour the concrete, make a zapata, you know what I'm saying? Then from there, start putting bricks up. I know how to, wrap the varillas up to make sure that they're sturdy and they don't break. I know what length they need to be. I know how far they need to be separated. I learned all this over there. You know what I'm saying? So why would I need a title on a piece of paper saying, oh, yeah, this person's certified to do
Yep.
construction? No. What certifies you to do certain things is the experience in it.
Yeah.
That's the way the cookie crumbles,
Exactly.
That's the truth of the truth.
Pretty much. Yeah. So I'm about to shut this down. So do we have any parting words for our audience?
Any parting words? Not necessarily. It's going to be the same words that I always part with. Remember to stay focused. Don't let anything disturb your peace. Because let me tell you, the moment you start elevating and finding some joy or peace in it, it's when you're going to start getting attacked. So don't let
Yes.
anything destroy or bother your peace or what they call Zen.
Right.
Don't let nothing disturb your Zen. All right?
Yep.
And like always,
Mhm.
stay woke, stay vigilant, stay training. Don't stop practicing. Us.
Us.
Blessings to all. Safety. Have a good night.
Amen. What I have to say is, for all the people that support me and everything like that, be your best self. Pray, stay prayed up, and
Amen.
also be safe out here because this is a wicked world. So, peace.
Peace, y'all. Until next time, do the Mario.
Stay tuned.
Exactly.